Hi guys, with this video I'm going to talk about how to calculate formula mass. Okay, so the formula mass of any element or compound is the sum of the average atomic masses of all the atoms in the formula. Okay, we're going to work some examples. All right, so if you're talking about only a single atom, like copper, the formula mass for copper, you just have to look on the periodic table and find the mass. So copper is in the D block, so it's transition. So here it is, it's 63.55 grams per mole, or AMU, atomic mass unit. So it's the same for elements, okay? But when you're talking about compounds that have, again, more than one atom, like molecular oxygen, which is O2, you would look up the periodic table for the molecular mass of oxygen single, which is 16. But since there's two molecules or two atoms of it, of oxygen, in one molecule of O2, then you have to multiply 16 by 2. So the formula mass for O2 is 16 times 2, or 32 grams per mole, also 32 AMU. So let's look at some examples here. Give me a second. All right, so at the end of the book, for the exercises, there's a question 3 is calculate the molecular formula for each of these compounds, and I'm just going to do a few of them. So for the very first one, it's water, so H2O. So what's the molecular formula for water? So I'm looking for the molar mass. Okay, so I have to, when you're doing this, you're going to have to get your periodic table, and I need to look up the mass of hydrogen. So hydrogen's mass is 1.008, and oxygen's mass is 16.00, okay? Then I have to look at how many of each atom I have in one molecule of the compound. So the compound is H2O, and in every one molecule, I have 2 times the hydrogen atoms and only 1 time the oxygen atom, right? Because even though there's not a subscript there, we say that's O1. So the formula mass would be 1.008 times 2, so 2 times that, plus 16 from the oxygen equals, so it's 16, 17, 18.016 grams per mole. All right, so again, when you see this subscripts, you have to keep that into, or take that into consideration, right? There's a 1 there, right, in front of that one when you're calculating the formula masses. All right, last example, let's look at calcium nitrate. Okay, we know that our naming rules there, but this is calcium nitrate. So again, you have to go to the periodic table, and we'll have to figure out what's the formula weight for every atom in our formula. So I've got calcium, we have to figure that one out by looking it up, nitrogen, and oxygen. All right. Calcium on the periodic table is 40.08. Nitrogen is 14.01, and oxygen is 16.00. So those are the masses of those elements off the periodic table, right? So now to calculate the formula weight for this compound, this is again where we have to consider how many of each atom are found in one molecule of the compound. So for calcium nitrate, I only have 1 calcium atom, just 1. How many nitrogen atoms do I have? You might say 1, but you would be incorrect, because see, this subscript here means you have to multiply that 2 out by each of the other subscripts. So the nitrogen, there's only 1 in a nitrate anion, an NO3, but because I have this subscript over here of a 2, to multiply that out. So I really have 2 nitrogens in one molecule of calcium nitrate, and I have not 3, but 6 oxygen atoms, right? So it's 2 times 3 over here is 6. Okay, for this one, it's not as easy mental math for me. I'm gonna grab my calculator, or I guess my cell phone, and pull up my calculator function and figure out, sum all this up. So 6 times 16, hold on, calculator, there it is. All right, 16 times 6 is 96, so that's 96. 14.01 times 2 is 28. 40.02, and this is 40.08 still. So when I sum all of those together, I get 8 and 2 is 10, carry the 1 here. 6 plus 8 plus 0, 8 plus 6 is 14, carry the 1. 9 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 16. So the formula mass for calcium nitrate is 164.10 gram per mole. All right, so that's it. Hopefully work some sample problems. There's a few in the homework, but you get comfortable, incredibly comfortable, calculating the molar mass of compounds, because I will not always provide it for you.